Namaskar and a very good morning. Welcome to the audiocast from Kotak Securities. I'm your host and guide Anindya Bannerjee. Let's do a factor analysis of dollar rupee की bullish और bearish factors का क्या situation है dollar rupee में. जो risks है rupee के लिए, first is oil prices. Brent crude is trading at the highest level since October of 2018. Now, when oil prices continue to spiral higher, a typical trade happens in the emerging market space. वो trade क्या है? The countries who are major producers of oil, unka currency tends to appreciate against the countries who are major consumers of oil. For example, India and rupee. A major trade happened in 2018 जब oil prices went close to $98. We saw a big depreciation in the Indian rupee. As of now, such a thing has not happened. The oil is climbing towards 90 and Brent is very close to that. But this risk needs to be monitored. दूसरा चीज है कि FPI flows. Now, first week of January में FPI flows inflows was quite healthy. It touched almost $500 million. But last एक हफ्ता में there has been some outflows. Now, this FPI flow has not turned strongly negative. It will drive dollar rupee higher, but this needs to be monitored. तो एक तरफ oil prices, दूसरा FPI flows. तीसरा जो COVID spread है and the caseloads have surged, but what we have seen is that COVID is no longer a major driver of the financial markets. अगर डॉलर का सिचुएशन देखें globally, it's pretty mixed bag. Dollar against developed market currencies, so dollar index is a good proxy of that. Dollar is flat to a little down. Again, not a major driver. But अगर Asian currencies के मुकाबले देखें, again it's a mixed bag. But against Chinese currency, it's pretty weak. Chinese currency is trading very strong against the dollar. In spite of the monetary policy divergence, जहाँ पे Chinese central bank is ultra dovish and Fed is ultra hawkish, that's not yet impacting the dollar CNH. तो जब तक Chinese currency is not entering a strong phase of depreciation, at least it will continue to have a positive rub on Asian currencies like the Indian rupee. Global equity markets are doing pretty okay. So that's again not a factor to drive the rupee depreciation. But RBI is a big player. And last 2 हफ्ते में एक चीज has become clear that RBI has intervened quite strongly below 74 levels on the spot. तो फिलहाल के लिए the range is 73.80 to 74.55 on the spot. एक वाइड 70-75 पैसे का एक रेंज है जिसमें डॉलर रुपी में कंटिन्यू टू ऑसिलेट टिल इट गेट्स अ डोमिनेंट ड्राइवर व्हिच कैन क्रिएट अ ट्रेंड. Now, for it to break down below 73.80 in spite of RBI intervention, there needs to be a major depreciation in the dollar index, barring which the RBI may continue to absorb the flows. Or the flows, abhi the next question comes, where are the flows? Because FPI flows, as we said, is minuscule. It is basically the corporate flows which is happening. So the corporate dollar raising, that's a flow. FDI to a certain extent. So because of but the major driver is corporate flows and also a bit of carry trade as well. But for dollar rupee to break out beyond 74.55 on the spot and trade higher and create a bullish up move, there needs to be a sustained risk aversion in the global financial markets. So then, therefore, we are kind of stuck in a range. So how to play it? One can focus on selling option strangles to benefit from this range-bound activity. Or if one is using futures, one can look to fade the extremes of the range. So whenever the dollar rupee gets to the either end of the extreme, you can look to say fade the move by taking a counter trend trade using the futures. International currencies mein GBPINR mein our bias continues to be bullish. As long as the GBPINR is not trading below or sustaining below 100.8, we will continue to look for bullish opportunities. On Yen INR and Euro INR, it's going to be largely a range-bound movement. आज the important economic event to watch will be the Eurozone investor sentiment called ZEW, which will have some impact on the Euro INR. So that's it, folks. This is Anindya Bannerjee signing off. A fantastic day.